Yeah. You know the chop already, you know. Yeah, man, the real Jamaican TV. You know what I mean? One day, once more. You know what I mean? Shalom again to everybody, you see me? Officer Kayad, one out of ISUPK, you know what I mean? Alright, so what we're going to today is we are going to touch upon some topics. You know what I mean? Some topics, you know what I mean? Some of them trivial, you know what I mean? A serious thing, do you know, but it might seem trivial to many people. You understand? But we are going to touch upon them topic here. You know what I mean? These are some things that have been surfacing, you know what I mean, over the internet over the past week. You see what I say? Alright, so one of the stories we're going to touch upon is the one with Jacure, you don't know, a reggae artist, Rasta, you know what I mean? Another one is another Rasta, Jessi Royal, you know what I mean? Rasta. And then you have a Rasta. And August, he's not a Rasta, but him act as a Rasta more while, you see. So the segment here have to do with Rasta, you know what I mean, for the most part. And we're going into some things, cause you know what I mean, Rasta is portrayed in Jamaican culture as, you know what I mean, some kind of righteous figures, or you know what I mean, some people where people reverence as righteous people, especially the entertainer them. You know what I mean? And I feel like what the entertainer them do is them trick the people, them say them is more than just an entertainer. If you get to me I say. You see what I say? So when it come out that these entertainers are nothing but entertainers, then you know what I mean, it's like the standard drop, when in fact they are just entertainers. You know what I mean? The Chronics, the Kabaka Pyramid, you know what I mean, the Proteges, they're not different from the Alkaline, the Cartel. They are not prophets. They are just entertainers, but true Jamaicans buy into this notion that, you know what I mean, Rastas or Rasta artists, reggae artists are some kind of prophets, because them might say keep it and burn him fire, and him call himself the prophet. You know what I mean? And them say Luciano and Sizzler. Them are just entertainers. Don't get it twisted. Them man have some you know what I mean, some unrighteous deeds behind them name, you know. You know what I mean? So alright. Here me I go do. I go jump in at the Jacure story, and we are gonna break down some things on the Jacure thing. You know what I mean? Because alright, people might argue that the girls them information invalid are because of who is involved, meaning through a Jacure them a try to tarnish his name. You see what I say? But you have to remember, the man fly them in, and if you look on the girl Instagram page, her name is Quickie Smalls. You understand? So if a girl named Quickie Smalls, what the first thing come to your mind about that girl? Say she a give away quickies. You understand? That girl a give away quick sexual pleasures. You know what I mean? Which means she's just a prostitute. She a sell front on the internet. You know what I mean? Alright, for the facts of the artist flying the girl. You see? Means say at them notion them call her in pan, him fly her in because of sexual acts and all them thing there. You know what I mean? So that tell you something not about the girl, you know, because the girl life is already on the internet. It tell you something about the artist. You see what I say? Yeah, it tell you something about the artist. So we are going to go into the video where the girl, you know as artists for know say yo, when you deal with fans or you deal with you know what I mean, woman in general, if you deal with woman on a date level kind of situation, see? You deal with it, you run a risk for know say yo, your information will go out there in the public. So in this case, him start boil up, you know what I mean, him start get irritable, and the girl feel the need say yo, she go record him. But listen to the recording and tell me what you think. You see it? See the chat there? You just give me one opinion in the chat. And we can discuss it through the chat. You know what I mean? You make me know if my opinion, you disagree with it. You make me know what full opinion on the tape. But we are going to play the tape and we are going to break down the tape. Zin? Now we start. 3, 2, 1.
I remember that my cousin cannot take you nowhere. Yeah, you better take care of the Kingston and fuck a boy then. One more pussy you take them from. Send back my money now, now. I'm going back more of my money. If you not fuck her now, I'm going back both of my money from you and her. That's my mashing up in
Okay, I don't know how much my ticket was. How much was it?
Oh. It was fucking 600. And hers, if I don't fuck her now, she has to pay me back too.
We'll both pay you back.
Stop. Hey, you the artist, eh? If him do, if the girl right now him want him money back, and the dog also goes on to say before that him will mash up the two of them in there. You understand? I don't know, the girl them probably keep up some foolishness. You know what I mean? Probably a steal from the man or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Where him never too rate. But you know what I mean? The point is this. We look at the Rasta artists them like them righteous. Where we need Jamaicans to take that notion they out of them brain. You know what I mean? Take that notion out of your brain, say them Rasta ya and them Rasta artists are them righteous. You know what I mean? Them for them closet just as dirty as any other individual where you can think of. You know what I mean? Them are just entertainers. And me I go as far as we say you see Rasta pan a whole, Rasta no righteous. You understand? And me no care who want disagree with that. Me go tell you straight. So you see Rasta is a culture of, you know what I mean, making it up as you go along and a lot of bad mind involved into it. You understand? Especially where it come to the artists them. You get to me I say? So this man ya basically I tell the girl say yo, here we go on if him can't get to slap the friend. You see? Him a mash up the two of them in there today and he want him money back. So now the man basically a bad them up for some front right now, you know. So all that look pan a so-called conscious reggae artist. Rasta. That no look too good, man. Right I know Rasta come like them fall off of the tune where Jamaicans set for them. You see it? Them fall off of that pinnacle there. You get to me I say? And me go show you something about one next Rasta artist where you might not pre, but me go show, me go break it down. You see it? The only righteous man them there in the ISUPK. Just check we out. You see it?
Right now.
That's fine. Your Wi-Fi doesn't work up here. We have to go downstairs.
Well, I'm ready. Let's go down there. Go do it.
Can we finish packing this
Yeah,
after we leave?
yeah.
The dog I say, I'm ready. Let's go down there, go and do it. So the dog I say, yo, here what? I want some front. No, I'm going to mash up the two on you. You see what I say? And he must say, yo, let's get it done. You know what I mean? I'm ready. No, let's go downstairs and do it. No. Yo, the dog I move like a sexual deviant dog. You see it? Alright. This is not to lash out on the artist or to bash the artist. It's to get people out of the brainwash that Rasta artists different from carnal artists. You get what I said? All of them are those artists. You know what I mean? Them feel like them a star boy. You know, them buy prostitute too, as I can see. Him fly out to internet prostitute where him probably don't know much about, you know. But he willing to spend him money fly them out for sex. And you know what I mean? Reach a point where he might threaten them, say yo, he might threaten them with violence. Say if him don't get no sex, you know what I mean? Them will get mashed up. And a two white girl at that, you know, where Rasta supposed to be about black empowerment, you know. You see it? So the dog are threatening two white girls for some front. You see what I say? The dog are threatening two white girls for some front. So one to black woman and child. Then no matter again. A white prostitute the man a buy when him should have him black woman and child right now. You see it? I take care of. You know what I mean? You know them always I say repatriate back to Africa, love the black woman and Ray, but a white prostitute the dog a buy. You hear me I say yeah man, buckler.
Y'all don't like fucking peace. Y'all like to fuck up. I've been watching you all morning with a little sneaky movement. Because you like to fuck around men and make problems. I'm watching you, you in the front of my car and you cock blocking me with a lot of girls because they see you in my car and you're nothing up. Like me and you dead. So when you gone home and you left me in this fucking predicament like, oh, I see Jack here fucking this girl that was in Kingston fucking this dancer boy in my front of my car, then this shit boy don't think that me and them is fucking size. Some shit boy that beat you in the face over some shit girl, huh? And then you come and feel like you can't style me?
I'm just gonna leave back and walk it out your way.
Yeah, just fucking thing.
Alright, so some people might say, well, dog, now complain over no sex. You see it? I style the girl, them style him. You see it? I understand. But the point of this is not to say him a waste man, you know. It's to say Rasta no righteous. Them Rasta artists, yeah, where una put, say yo, una put them on pinnacles. You know what I mean? I say, yo, them money are real youth in of real. Listen to them boy a tune and read them. That now come from a righteous or a conscious place. Them boy are no different from Alkaline and Cartel and Massacre and them boy. You see, them do different. Them do more righteous than them man the way I sing say bust head. Cause you see behind the scenes, them boy are by white prostitutes. You understand? Just think about that for a second, you know. Rasta, you know. Which by now we supposed to come to terms with the fact say Rasta out of everybody love white woman. Me no know how that happen. Cause Rasta supposed to be about black empowerment and them thing there. But anytime you see a white woman a chat through the town or anywhere, it's a Rasta boy she a roll with. You see what me I say? So it's like this never surprising to me, you know. You know what I mean? It did just have to come out, you know, for show you what them really is, you know. You know what I mean? The only righteous set of man them in the earth is the ISUPK. You need to look it up. Alright.
You like to fuck around. I saw you. I observed all morning. You noticed last night? I never came in here begging a pussy.
I never begged no front last night. My body top this morning though.
Like you said, some of this.
You know that I have kidney disease and diabetes. I can literally show you my heart and my
You don't push you me nothing. Fuck off, you're lucky. Broke on your hand.
She said him thump her now must see her face or something and him say you're lucky. I broke your hand. So you see how the dog are going over sex. Over some raw white front. Some raw meat. You see how the rasta move over the raw meat. Yo, hear me I say yeah man, make that tape you play out.
You take me for pussy.
The dog.
You see how I tell you so no problem? You know how much woman I could have spent and take that and I enjoy myself and then have so much problem I give me?
Yo. In other words, you know how much front him could have buy with that money there.
You know this way, you know. I'll beat me for beat the 200 and you know, hey.
Yeah, the dog.
This is one class up on the table. I'm for about this and this for good. Things just so we put it on. We're coming on the house and have AC turned on. And bumper class door open for much hours. A person will take me for a walk. Even if I go to a hotel, you can have a fucking AC and then window open.
Okay.
If you like, if I come left a big light bill on me, you know what money that's going to cost me? You make sure you clean up the fucking room before the left.
Okay.
And the bottom of the pay me back, the money for my flight on the left here is me on any problem.
I don't have PayPal to put down this, but I got you.
PayPal too. One thing I'm sure of, my cousin that ain't taking none of you
We said
nowhere.
we'll get a cab, so we just want to leave right now.
Now you saying? You know my cousin, you make sure one of
We're
them
not
see
going
them
to say
still
a word
far.
to them.
Oh. Kill on me, remember I'm telling you that. You know what I try to make they can sell me out.
Is there a trash can somewhere? No.
There's a garbage downstairs. I've been up here for all day, you know that there's no trash can up here.
That's why we have things.
Boy, I mean, I tell you.
Yeah, we should have taken a bath. But I don't know who take it up when we see that I don't know.
Alright, so you know what I mean? It's unfortunate because many people look at them as some kind of figure where you can as a role. Alright. You know what them say about dancehall artists? dancehall artists nah be proper role model, you know what I mean, to the children because they must sing too much gun song. Alright, me understand the gun song them as if gun songs are kill nobody. As if I know the ills of society and make the youth them a slap out them one another brain. Alright, I will give them that. So basically, we rather the hypocrite will come and sing about love and this and Ray. And behind the scenes, him is a sexual deviant. Him is a hypocrite. You understand? Behind the scene, the image we portray is not the life where I live. Behind the scene. We rather them boy, them reggae art. Alright. I not bash reggae artists, you know. I'm more against the Rasta thing. Because it's a deception. Rasta come like Christianity right now where it'll make people feel like them a lead people to God. And then more and more people are find out say yo them people are them though righteous, them just like other people. You know what I mean? But them a put on the cloak of righteousness, which is, you know what I mean, is the bigger sin. You get what me I say? So I just that, you know. We don't have a problem with the dog move with the dog music, you know. You know what I mean? Sing good music, man, you're talented man, but you know what I mean? Them suck me up. How that look? You know what I mean? How this look? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Rasta them a fall from grace, man. And it's a good thing. It's a marvelous thing in my side. Because a time for the UPK come to the forefront. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. No need for know about the UPK. You see it? Yeah, man.
Where he's wearing them tight little shorts and he looked like he might have some things going for him. So I mean, I wouldn't have been opposed
I've heard
to
that.
it. Like,
I've heard that he has.
so I'm like, I wouldn't have been opposed to it if he would have been like, you know, if we would have got drunk and came back and did it. But it was when he told me that we had to, that it would have became an issue.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
what did I?
so she one prostitute, you know what I mean? She the world knows she one prostitute. You know what I mean? But it reach a boiling point, a point of embarrassment to the Rasta. Where him a fear threaten a prostitute for front. And a threaten them say want back him money. You know what I mean? When you see them thing happening, you know, that's the most I work, you know. Again, you know, me nah beat down the artist himself, you know, me a beat down what the artist represent. You know what I mean? Because it is a danger to our people. You know what I mean? Till our people don't know what is the standard of righteousness. You see what me I say? And them thing make people who are seek righteousness follow another same path. Yeah. Go grow locks upon them head and feel like say, yeah man, them money I lead you to the right path. I still see I Joe. You know what I mean? And them boy they are some white prostitute buyer. Yeah man.
Here. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, I was like, I don't think he was ever like interested in me. Like he was always interested in my friend. Like when we would go out, like he'd want her to be in the front seat and stuff, but did all the communicating through me. So I don't really know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And in the video, it said something like there was a part where you were saying that he did something to you. I couldn't quite make it out. And then he was like, I should have broke your hand or something like that. Like, what was up with that?
So what made me film was what made him so angry? I think, okay, so he asked my friend to eat his ass, and she was like, what the hell? Like, I'm not touching you after last night, and that's gay. And he lost.
Hold up. No man. This of the address. What she say a while ago, you know, I can't confirm if she had the truth, you know. It could be, you know what I mean? It could be that this woman just want to tarnish the dog career. But it's something where you have to look at anyway. She said him want our friend to eat. Boy, it hard to say. You know what I mean? To do some unseemly act with her mouth and him bottom. You see it? And she said that is gay, and that was when him lose his mind. Alright, that is allegedly. You know what I mean? Me not go say that go on. All me know is the dog fly into a prostitute and then end up after threaten them for sex. And him supposed to be a Rasta. You understand? So that's all me know. Me don't know about whether white. Me don't trust no white girl like that. You understand? Me don't expect them to talk the truth. But you know what I mean? These are the things you have to think about before you fly in white prostitutes. You know what I mean? Say a white woman will tell lie on you if she's telling a lie. You understand?
that he like pushed her into the wall and then came over. I was like, don't hit her. So I went to go like grab him from hitting her, and he punched you in the stomach. Oh yeah, he punched me in the stomach and then like kind of forearmed me in the cheekbone, but like not a forearm. And then and that's when I stepped in, and that's when I was trying to like stop him from hitting you. He was chasing you around the room. Right. So like the difference of size is I'm like 5'0", like 120 pounds. You know, I'm small. So I think that's why he hit me instead of her, because she's like 5'9", a little bit bigger. So I think he knew who his match was. He knew who to go for.
Right, right. In Jamaica, they say, "Duppy know who if you're frightened."
Yeah, yeah.
Ghost
And
know who
so,
you're frightened.
and a lot of people were like, why didn't you guys just jump him? So he had two of his cousins there, and they were just standing at the door. Like, he said that they had guns. I never had actually seen a gun, but so we were just like, you know, they probably fucking do. It's Jamaica.
Yeah,
Well, and we, as the Ethiopian girls, they were trying to leave, right? So we're packing our stuff while he's freaking out after we had this whole altercation. And we tried to leave, and he had all the doors locked, like every door was locked. We couldn't get out, and he had his cousin sitting outside the house watching. Yeah, and the weird part about his house is all of the locks are like key locks, like even from the inside. Like if you go like from the
yeah.
inside
That's
to
normal.
outside.
That's a normal Jamaican house thing. My house in
Yeah,
Jamaica,
yeah.
that same
Yeah,
thing.
so it was like we couldn't leave even like, and the windows had bars, so we couldn't like climb out of a window.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, and then even at one point, like when he took her, like she finally was like, we have to, like he was threatening us, like just in the video, it was just like a glimpse. Yeah, he was like saying he was gonna break my hand and kill me. He was never mad at her, um, as much as he was at me, but so finally she was like, I'm just gonna go have sex with him, then he'll let us leave. Like, he's not gonna make us pay for the flights. And I was like, you don't have to. And she's like, no, we're never gonna get out of this house. Like I basically felt forced into it. Like I felt threatened. There was no way he was gonna let us leave, and I felt like that was my ultimatum. It was like that was the only thing that would protect us in that whole situation, and I didn't know what else to do.
So wait, he came up to you and just asked you.
We got that one in my AP. That's LIG. Atina. Excuse me.
And bless him up and everything. Before we go into that, Una say, how do you want Rasta line up him face, that barber, line up him locks, trim down your so, him precepts, and line up around here. So. And then, to show the world, say, him no business, him catch up him locks in a one, so you could have say, him line up. Brother, you don't have to fight with yourself, you know. You don't have to fight with yourself. You can just cut off on the ear and come out public and say, me, I don't know, Rasta. Then we can expect anything from you. But brother, I won't do no right. Me see one next one didn't have a locks him, cut off him ear, him have recross beard now and him shine him head, bore him nose and bore him head top. No problem. You understand? No.
If he disrespects her like that and puts out her nudes, then he's disrespecting me. And that can't happen. When they spoke to him, he said he was in his feelings, and he did say that, but he's not gonna do that. It's all good. Shorty could go ahead and whatever. So the abuse, the sexual abuse, the putting out of sex tapes has been a cycle for Kirby. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's a cycle. Moving on. It's a shame to experience these things. And like I said, I'm so apologetic to the women that went through domestic violence, been beat up and all of these things and abused and all of these things. It's really unfortunate. And as a kid growing up, I'm going to put my truth all the way out here. As a kid growing up, I watched my mother, we went to my father's house, and my mother went to tell him that I needed a bicycle. I was 6 years old. She went to his house. She told my father, your son needs a bicycle. Your son needs a bicycle. And my father looked out the window and he told her that if he comes downstairs, she's going to regret it. My mother and my father wasn't together at the time. He had his family, my mother had her people, and that's what it was. But I remember it like it was yesterday because this is something that I've lived through all my life. I was 6 years old. And these things I've confided into Kirby with. My father came downstairs with a machete in his hand. The story that I was told was that he tried to hit her with the side of the machete. But he chopped my mother's hand. And my mother's hand was hanging from a thread. And I sat there as a 6-year-old child and watched that whole thing. I've grown so much resentment for my father for that. I've held so much things back. And I use my comedy and my drive to become who I am today. So for somebody to try to destroy me after I've been nothing but good to this person, some people are just so wicked. And I'm not even talking about Kirby, but people is wicked. For y'all to come on here and disrespect me and disrespect my family. And y'all don't know. Y'all have no idea what I've been through. Not even a piece. Not even a piece of what I've been through. I was molested as a child. I confided. In somebody about it, which is Kirby. I told her, I said, listen, I've been through a lot, and I just want to know that you're here for me. I told her I was molested as a child from a male family member. And she took that and she used it as ammunition. We had an argument. She told me that I'm a faggot. She told me that my mother allowed somebody to molest me for 4 years. She threw all of that in my face.
compassionate care training, something like so? Compassionate care sensitization. And what happened in that? They were sensitizing our local people here in Jamaica in government about the LGBTQ community, how to deal with them, what they are like, and so on and forth. Take your care and put in hotel. This agenda is huge. Commanding General Yana in one of his productions, I think it was Monday, where he said that this is gonna be an emasculation of straight men. And it is so true. You'll be kicking and squealing and screaming and crying, screaming and crying. They're going to get what they want. And guess what? Any community in Jamaica will rise up against that. If you're following what the army is doing, you saw the news. You saw there's a news. I think I showed it. I should have posted it. I'm gonna find it and post it on our Facebook page, where the government plans to call out the National Reserve. Sorry, not National Guard. Our National Reserve in the quote unquote aim in fighting crime and violence. Just like when they came out to the checkpoint, what they said it was for? Crime and violence. When they knew they were planning for COVID. Now they're coming again and say they're calling out the National Reserve. They did not call out the reserve when they were doing the checkpoints, you know. But now they're calling out the reserve because the army is now putting outposts in all 14 parishes. What they had before, they had about 3 major posts across the island. They did Cornwall, Middlesex, sorry. No, they're targeting every parish. Something huge is coming again. And they're doing it under the banner of COVID. Because COVID is real. It's there. A lot of the people who say, it's a blam shaman thing, they are now dead. Caught it and die. No, this is not to be taken lightly. You are someone who, and guess what? They're coming right through the church. And many of the straight persons in the church are going to be caught off guard and be surprised. They're just going to find that they don't want to go to church anymore.
So I think they already come to church with it, they play a blind eye.
They're trying to play a blind eye.
These persons are coming, they are influential in society and they have money, so they try to play a blind eye in order to keep the money coming in.
Yes, but I'm talking that's from the leadership of the church perspective, but many of the churchgoers who are not with the gay agenda. And when they see it in the church, they're just going to find that they don't want to go to church. But probably it's the most high way to expose everything and to get them out. Because there are genuine persons within there who wants to serve the Most High. And we have to attest to that because majority of us in the UPG, we had gone to church at some point. We had not bent the knee to Baal, obviously, because we saw things that didn't so tasteful and came out. So this is not to be taken lightly. Continuing, Biden has championed the Equality Act before, but his priority for the issue is significant given the urgency of the coronavirus, same thing, the coronavirus pandemic, and a host of other executive orders and regulatory actions that would compete for attention in the early days of a Biden administration. So above over the pandemic and everything, he's planning to make the gay agenda a top priority. I wonder what he needs in his heart so urgent that he's going to make it the top priority.
So you hear what he must say? He must say Biden, you know what I mean, is promising that when him come into office, he's going to make the gay agenda a top priority. So you know what that means for countries like Jamaica. As the brother Abadawan was stating earlier, you see our government putting things into place. You know what I mean? The same way them claim say, yo, them that put Zozo for control crime. You know what I mean? Then later after that you find out say, boy, I through the COVID, you know what I mean? Them put in the Zozo, so I never really for crime, cause the Zozo never really help crime all that much. You know what I mean? And crime that go on in the community them, even when the Zozo them did establish. But now, them are plan to take out the National Reserve. You see what I say? Which shows you that they're getting ready to implement something else. So what my brother is saying that they are thinking about probably doing something pertaining to the Buggery law. And it is necessary in their mind to put police checkpoints and more police on the road for deal with probably the uproar will come with that. You understand? So, when you just go and listen to the tape, you know what I mean, and be edified. You don't know we come for sound the trumpet for any foolishness where Uno might not be aware of. You understand? That is our job. And the brother here is bringing out some crucial information so we can look forward to for the future. You understand?
All right. He outlined his agenda for LGBTQ rights in an email interview with Philadelphia Gay News publisher Mark Segal, a nationally known advocate for gay rights since the 1970s. I never related to Steven Seagal. I will make enactment of the Equality Act a top legislative priority during my first 100 days. You know, politicians love to make promises and don't fulfill. Remember when Trump was running, and we hear some things that Trump promised. We say, this is one time that we hope a politician make a promise and don't fulfill it. And we are saying the same thing now with Biden, except that it's going to happen. All right. I will make an enactment of the Equality Act a top legislative priority during my first 100 days, a priority that Donald Trump opposes. Biden said of the Republican incumbent, he is challenging. Okay. The Trump administration opposed the Equality Act, saying it would undermine parental and conscience rights. Let me show you. Trump have a side to him where in despise the gays, the LGBTQ, right? Which is good. But he have a side to him where they don't like black people, which is bad. So you see why at no time can these people should be a leader. So you turn to Biden now and say, all right, is it that you're going to Biden and say, well, at least he's not so openly racist. But watch this now. He's going to turn your children into gays. Yes. When he gets into power in January and he make it a part of the diplomacy, of the US diplomacy, then it means that in order for us to continue getting the loans that we require, they are going to have to put gay rights in the school agenda.
But the Most High is smarter than them. He knocked the coronavirus, keep the children at home. Give it up. The coronavirus. But Mr. White Man think he's smart. He said, okay, I have a vaccine. I'll be getting a vaccine for that. And they have to send them back out. Well, if it's the Most High's will, but many of us have already planned to homeschool our children. We were planning to homeschool our children should this agenda come out, ain't it? Many of us. Now, the Most High is showing you that, you can do it. Because you're homeschooling your child now anyway. Don't. Yeah. So, it's just a matter of continuing. Find the proper channel because the ministry does allow homeschooling. So find the proper channel that you can do homeschooling. Because believe it or not, it's coming. The Democratic-led U.S. House of Representatives passed the Equality Act in 2019. That was last year. But the legislation stalled in the Republican-controlled Senate. Oh. Biden would need the Democrats to hold the House and take control of the Senate to ensure passage. By the way, then they do a campaign where they need with two senators who then say if they win in January, then the Democrats would control both houses. So the gay community is going to ensure that those senators win, so that the Democrats have control over that house, because it bill already passed in one house. Need to pass through the next house now. So when it comes through that house, you already have the king in place. All he does is just sign off to it. Trust me, it's coming. It's coming.
All right, so you hear the prophet say, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's coming. So them have a gay agenda. We are going to come out with the president elect Joe Biden, where Jamaica have to look forward to, because here we are going. Make preventions for. Because watch you know. Remember where I go up on a story and I show you, say, yo, them boy, them a pressure the government, you know what I mean? And I tell them, say, yo, them have a deadline to meet some of them demands. You know what I mean? The reason why the pressure is coming is possibly because of Joe Biden. Because now that Joe Biden is in office, them know that them have a voice and them have power. So, and like my brother is telling you that right now the police or the government, the security ministry is thinking about putting the reserves on the street, is probably to make some big announcement. So we have to look forward to them thing there. We have to look forward to say, yo, we have to just homeschooling the children them. You know what I mean? Because enough of them thing they are going to start implementing in school where, you know what I mean, you can't even see a gay person and even show your disapproval. You understand? Because of the things them they might implement in Jamaica. So, yeah man, so you want to see the full video, just go over to ISUPK Jamaica. Watch the full video. You know what I mean? It's titled Joe Biden is the King of Saddam. You know what I mean? So we are bringing out the truth them in the earth right now. You see it? Yeah man, we want to subscribe, cause you know what I mean? This is not just a channel for entertainment or regular news. This is a solution channel. You know what I mean? So remember, click the subscribe button, like, you know what I mean? Click the notification bell, so that when we go live, you know what I mean, you can get, you know what I mean, the notification. So till next time, I say to you, shalom, you know what I mean?